Hello again and welcome to another video. And I apologize for any sniffling on this video. I appear to have a sinus infection or something. So, um, so I came across this video by Melody Monet just a few minutes ago, where she tries out some sex toys that were given to her. And I saw a video of this sort by Princess Jewels a good while back. Both of these are like these, you know, transgender woman tries sex toy videos, and these videos bother me, and so I wanted to talk about why. Well, the first thing that bothers me about these sorts of videos is they they have a bit of a they have like a sensationalist vibe to them. And the title really kind of doesn't help, but like there's a stigma surrounding sexuality, and in particular there seems to be a stigma surrounding transsexuality. Like I'm a very sexual person, and I enjoy, masturbating and playing with sex toys, and I've been very open about it on Twitter, and I've had a number of people on Twitter say that I have autogynephilia. For those who don't know what that is where you are sexually aroused by the thought or image of being female. Which, for the record, I do not have autogynephilia. But basically, they acted like because I'm a very sexual person and I'm not ashamed to talk about it, that means that like I've got a fetish, which is ridiculous. I mean, I do have fetishes, but autogynephilia is not one of them. And so these videos, I think, kind of add to that stigma in a way, because they have this sensationalist sort of flavor to them. And like in the Princess Jewel video, she talks about going to the porn shop to buy this vibrator, and I don't remember exactly what she said because it was a good while ago that I saw it, but it was like she was talking about like how she felt like kind of dirty or ashamed or some such, and it's like, no, there's absolutely nothing shameful or wrong or whatever about masturbation and sex toys. You shouldn't feel ashamed or dirty about walking into a sex shop. You just shouldn't. And in the case of the video by Melody Monet, these are toys that were given to her. And and in her video, like she's naked in her video, but she has the camera positioned such that that you can't see her boobs or anything lower. And frankly, I'm all for sexy stuff, but again, to me, this seemed kind of. I'm not sure exactly what the best word to use for this is, but yeah, but sensationalist. It was meant to be like titillating, and there's nothing wrong with that, titillating per se, but like in this video, like there was really no need for this. Like, I've seen other videos with, folks testing out their toys, and, it was being done in a much more, like, professional manner, I guess is maybe the way to put it. But in this case, it was like she was completely naked, at least appeared to be, and it's like, okay, like if you want to do a video on trying out a sex toy, cool, but if you're not going to be able to actually show us anything because it's YouTube, what exactly is the point of being naked? I mean, you could have a top on. Like I saw a video just the other day with a cis woman testing out a wand vibrator, and she had a shirt on, so, or whatever. So it's like, Uh, so yeah, these videos just kind of have this sensationalist vibe to them. It's kind of um yeah, it's like the Melody Monet has done some other like transgender woman tries videos. Like she did one where she tried a tampon. And it's just like, really? Why? And so, yeah, the videos just, they feel, in a way, they feel kind of exploitative. Now, I don't want to act like, like the radical feminists do and like, oh my God, the women are being exploited. No. Because there's nothing wrong with sex toys and sexuality. I mean, for fuck's sake, here I am, on this channel talking about sexuality. That's what I'm here for. But it's just the way these videos were done, they just kind of rub me the wrong way in that respect. And the other thing that bothers me about these is ignorance. So, I understand that people are going to be ignorant about certain things. There's stuff I'm ignorant about, even stuff that has to do with, sexuality. But, oh, Jesus. Like in the Princess Jewels video, the vibrator she ends up getting is a magic wand. For those not familiar with it, it's a wand vibrator that was originally made by Hitachi. It started its life as a back massager, and then people discovered that it was good for massaging other parts of your anatomy. I got a chance to handle one of these at the Good Vibration store in Berkeley. These are very powerful vibrators, and these are a terrible choice as your first vibrator. Because I don't want somebody to try out one of these and it just winds up being like way too strong for them. And then they decide, well, screw this, I don't like vibrators. Especially with the magic wand, it's got 2 settings. That's it. And I've seen reviews where the person complains about like the settings being like strong and stronger or whatever. And so even on the low setting, it was too much for some of the folks. So, yeah, that's a very, very poor choice. Especially, like, if you're a trans woman and you're, like, brand new to having a pussy, like, you want to be extra careful. I mean, you don't just want to go straight for the fucking heavy duty, toy. As this is especially true if you are if you haven't fully healed from your surgery. My rule of thumb is basically this: no sex toys or sexual or penetrative sex for the first 6 months after your surgery. Now, of course, I'm not a doctor, so please consult with your own surgeon and do whatever they recommend. But my rule of thumb is based upon, stuff my surgeon told me. Fairly early on, I was engaging in external manual masturbation, and my surgeon said that was fine. And then he did say to avoid penetration for the first 6 months. And I kind of figure just a blanket prohibition against sex toys for the first 6 months is a good idea, because you don't want to damage anything. And, when you first start playing with toys, you definitely want to get a gentler vibrator. You want to kind of get to know your body and get to see, how you feel and how you react and all of this. Like, I have a sort of cheap wand vibrator that I picked up just recently. But I've had other vibrators before this one. The wand vibrator I got is, a USB rechargeable model, so it's not like super duper powerful, but it's still like but it's still reasonably powerful. So, you know, you just got to be careful when you first start off. Start off with something more gentle, get to know what you like, and you can always then, if you decide that the less powerful vibrator just isn't enough for you, you can always get something more powerful. But I would hate to see somebody like damage themselves or get turned off of vibrators because they're using something as powerful as the magic wand as their first vibrator. So, another bit of ignorance is from the Melody Monet video. One of the toys she was given was a double-ended vibrator. And she talked about using coconut oil as lubricant. For the love of all that is good and sexy, please, please, please do not use coconut oil. Now, there are some toys that are perfectly safe to use with coconut oil, but there are other toys that are not. And condoms absolutely cannot be used with coconut oil. If you use oil with condoms, you are going to destroy them. Okay? So rather than worrying about whether a particular toy is safe to use with oil or not, just use water-based lubricant. Really? Please? What I ended up doing, even, before my surgery, I ended up getting a big-ass jug of the ID lube. I picked it up on Amazon because I figured I'm going to need to use lube to dilate with, so I might as well get the big jumbo-sized jug so I don't run out as quick, and I'm not going to have to worry about, oh, gee, I'm running out of lube. I need to go to the store to get more. And that turned out to be a very, very good idea. And so if you use a lot of lube, you might as well just get the big old jug. It's more economical, and you don't have to worry about running out so quick. And so I will put a link in the video description to that lube if you want to check it out. And by the way, that will be an affiliate link. So if you click on that link and buy anything that is Amazon Associates eligible, I make a little bit of money off of that, and it costs you nothing. So you'd be doing me a favor by clicking on that link. So the other bit of ignorance in the Melody Monet video is from the second toy she tests. So this is, again, it's a double-ended vibrating toy, and it's got a sort of a thinner end, and it's got a nice fat end. And she said she tried inserting the fat end, and it wouldn't fit. And that fat end is shaped like a cone, and then it comes down into a neck and then into the body of the toy. Okay, well, I've got a toy that's on one end, it's a wand vibrator, and on the other end, it's an insertable vibrator. I suspect that that toy she had, that's what it was. I strongly suspect that fat end is meant to be used as a wand for external stimulation. When she showed the toy, that was like my immediate thought. Oh, it's like the one that I've got. And one of the things, like with the first toy, the toy is nice and long and flexible, so she was able to have like one end in her vagina and the other end bent over and on her clitoris. And she tried doing this with the second toy, and the second toy just did not want to bend like that. And I mean, it seemed very clear to me that she was not using the toy the way it was meant to be used. And this is a level of ignorance that I can't really excuse, because she got these toys brand new, like in the box or whatever, so presumably they would have come with instructions or at least something on the packaging to give you an idea of what you're supposed to do with it. And failing that, if you've got the box and you can see what the name of the toy is, you can look it up online. So please, whatever toy you're going to get, please, please, please understand how the toy is meant to be used. Because, again, as with using a very powerful toy as your first toy, I don't want somebody to use a toy the wrong way and then they decide that the toy sucks. It's like, because if you're not using the toy the way it's intended, then yes, it might suck. If you're trying to insert a toy that's not meant to be inserted, well, duh. And I was looking at it in the comments on that video. Some folks pointed out that maybe it was meant to be used externally, and she was acting like, I'm not sure about that. And she even suggested it was meant to be used as like a butt plug for double penetration. And it's like, what? No. No, 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 no. I've used butt plugs. That is not a butt plug. It's a it's a wand. I mean, that's what it looks like to me anyway. Now, like I said, I understand that people can be ignorant, and I don't want to act like I'm some know-it-all because I'm not. But for the love of Pete, I wish people would just take a little bit of time to just look stuff up. We have this wonderful thing called the internet, where there's all this information at your fingertips. So why don't people just take 2 fucking seconds to just, look up the damn thing so you know what it does and how to use it, and so you're just a little bit less ignorant. So, yeah, there's my little bit of opinion on the subject of these transsexual tries videos. And now, of course, my channel is, of course, a channel that is going to have where, I'm going to be, trying out sex toys. But the point of my videos is to try to be sex positive and educational and all of this stuff. And, I'm going to try and be careful about, how I go about titling the videos and how I go about presenting stuff. Now, this is a subject that's going to be titillating, yes, and that's fine. But I do want to be careful because I don't want my videos to kind of end up like these other videos where it's just it's just like, ooh, oh my God, a tranny is doing stuff. And it's like, no, I want, I want my videos to be entertaining, because if they're not entertaining, you might not want to watch them. And if the videos are sexy and if people get off on them, hey, great. But I want the videos to be, educational and sex positive. And, I want to make people comfortable. I want people, especially trans women, to be comfortable with sexuality. I want trans women to not be afraid of, exploring their bodies and playing with sex toys. And, and these types of, transsexual tries sex toy videos that I've seen, they're not helping. So yeah, that is it. And I will see you on the next video.